Once upon a time, in a faraway valley, hidden between tall blue mountains and golden fields, there was a quiet little village called Gulnur. In this village lived an old woman named Mahi with her 3 children in a small, broken hut. Her husband had died long ago, and now she worked all day in the sun to feed her family. Among her children, the youngest was a girl named Neelam. She was different from the rest, not just in her beauty, but in her gentle heart and quiet soul. Her skin was fair like milk, her eyes a soft ocean blue, and she moved like the wind. Villagers called her a blessing from the sky. And children teased her, calling her Quiet Neelam. When other kids played and laughed, Neelam would walk alone to the edge of the village, where wildflowers bloomed. There, she would sit for hours, watching the wind blow leaves around her, whispering to trees and flowers, as if they understood her better than people did. But her mother didn't like this. To Mahi, Neelam was just another mouth to feed another burden. She often said, "This girl only dreams. She'll never do anything useful." But fate had written a very different story for Neelam. One evening, as the sky turned orange and gold with sunset, Neelam sat in her usual garden spot. Suddenly, she heard a strange rustling sound. When she turned around, she saw something that took her breath away. A large, glowing snake lay in the middle of the flowers. Its body shimmered with silver and green, but it was wounded. A sharp piece of iron was stuck deep into its skin. Neelam didn't run. She walked slowly toward the serpent, her heart racing. She knelt beside it and gently said, "You are hurt. Let me help you." The serpent's golden eyes were locked on hers. But it didn't hiss or move or attack. With trembling hands, Neelam pulled the iron piece out. As soon as she did, a faint magical glow spread across the snake's body. For a second, she thought she saw a shadow of a human inside it, like a prince made of light. And then it was gone. The snake slithered away into the dark corners of the garden. Neelam never told anyone what she saw. But in the secret kingdom of serpents, hidden beneath the earth, the serpent king Zariel never forgot her kindness. Seasons passed. Crops failed. Hunger and misery returned to the village. One night, Mahi made a cruel decision. "We will sell Neelam," she said. "She's beautiful. A rich man will pay a high price for her." That very night, a strange tall man arrived in the village. He wore a black cloak, and his face was hidden beneath a dark veil. His voice was deep, so deep it felt like even the wind obeyed him. "I will take the girl," he said, placing a bag full of gold on the table. Mahi didn't hesitate. Gold was gold. Neelam stayed silent as her fate was sold. But when the man looked into her eyes, something inside her stirred. That gaze, it felt familiar. As they crossed an old wooden bridge, a violent storm began. Thunder cracked. Winds roared. And the bridge snapped. Neelam fell into the raging river. Strong arms pulled her out of the water. The man removed his veil. Neelam gasped. It was the serpent, but in human form. It was Zariel, the serpent king. "You saved me," she whispered. "And now I am saving you," he replied. His golden eyes were full of love, but also full of fear. "Promise me," he said, "never reveal my secret. No matter what happens, don't tell anyone who I truly am." "I promise," she said softly. Zariel took Neelam to his hidden kingdom beneath the ocean, a place full of glowing flowers, shining caves, and palaces made of marble. There, Snakes of every size slithered peacefully, and everything shimmered under blue light. Neelam, who had been sold like a thing, was now treated like a queen. For the first time in her life, she felt safe, warm and loved. She forgot her painful past. She forgot the cruel faces of her family. She only remembered Zariel and his kindness. Back in the village, Mahi and her children were jealous of Neelam's new life. If a snake king can love Neelam, why not one of us, her sisters sneered. They couldn't reach the Serpent kingdom alone, so they went to a dark cave in the hills, where a witch named Chila lived. We need magic, Mahi demanded. Something that will break Zariel's protection and bring her back. You can't bring back someone who doesn't want to come, the witch hissed. But you can make her forget she ever left. Chila gave them a small black vial. Give her this potion. She will forget everything, her love, her promise, her past. One evening, Neelam received a letter written in her mother's handwriting. My dearest daughter, we miss you so much. We thought you were gone forever. Let us see you, just for one night. Zariel warned her, they abandoned you. They will hurt you again. I know, Neelam said, but they are my family. That night, Neelam left the kingdom and stepped into a trap. Her family greeted her with hugs and sweet words. They cried. They kissed her. They sat her by the fire. Then they gave her a glass of warm milk, soft and sweet, but poisoned with the witch's spell. As Neelam drank it, her mind began to fade. One by one, her memories disappeared. Zariel's golden eyes. The underwater palace. The promise she made. All gone. She was once again a prisoner in her own home. Zariel could feel it the moment the promise was broken. He could feel her slipping away. He rose from the ocean with thousands of glowing serpents. The skies turned black. Thunder shook the ground. The snakes swept through the village like a storm. Where is my wife? Zariel roared. When he found her, she was locked in a cage, her eyes empty, her memories gone. Who are you? Neelam whispered. I am your husband, he said softly. Your protector. The one you once loved. No, she screamed. You are a serpent. A demon. Zariel's heart shattered. But before he could speak again, Neelam's brothers attacked. One of them threw a spear, and it pierced Zariel's chest. Neelam saw the wound, and suddenly, everything came rushing back. She screamed, no. I remember now. I never wanted this. They took my memories from me. She ran to him, held his hand. I'm sorry. Don't leave me, please. Zariel smiled weakly. His golden eyes filled with tears. His body turned into shimmering silver dust and floated into the wind. All that was left behind was a dry tree trunk where he had fallen. Everyone else ran away, Mahi, her children, and the villagers, leaving Neelam alone. She sat by the old tree trunk, crying. You were never a monster, she whispered. You only loved me. Why did this world take you from me? She pressed her hand on the tree. And then, as if Zariel had heard her from beyond, a red rose bloomed from the trunk. Neelam's body vanished. But the garden she loved began to grow around that tree. And so, in the place where their love began, a magical garden grew. A garden where roses never wither. Where lovers tell stories. And where the wind still whispers a name. Zariel. If you like my story, please like and subscribe my channel. Thank you.